Hey, what's up? It's William from Rocket Zero, and welcome to another Pixel art tutorial. In this video, we're going to be building the Angry Birds. Now, we're going to be using some black, red, white, orange, light blue, yellow, green, lime wool, and then finally some sand. So we're going to begin by building the outlines first, like we usually do. So we're going to start with 6 black wool, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to have 2 black wools going to the left. Then we're going to have 2 black wools going up on the left side, just like that. And then what we're going to do afterwards is that we're going to add a little red wool, and then to the left, we're going to go ahead and place 3 black wools. Take out that little, whoa, I messed up. Take out that little red wool that we placed there. So yeah, you just have this. And then if you guys hear a lot of noise in the background, it's raining really bad. I might lose power, but hopefully not. And then what we're going to do is that over here we need to have a diagonal black wool. Just like so. 1 in the middle. And another diagonal black wool. Oh, I messed up. Like that. So there you go. Make sure you guys have that little shape on the left side of your red Angry Bird. Then what we're going to do next is that we're going to add a temporary block, and above the temporary block we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3 blocks of black wools going up. I might have to record this another time because that thunder is really close. But alright, we're going to keep on building. Hopefully I survive it. And we're going to add just a black wool on the right and then 1 diagonal black wool like so. So make sure you guys have this. Then what we're going to do is that over here we're going to add just 2 blocks of red wool with a black wool on the left and 2 across the top. Then we're going to continue by adding a temporary block, and above it 3 black wools going to the right. Then on the row below it we're going to add 2 black wools going to the right. Then we're going to have 3 diagonal black wools. Oh my god. So 1, 2, and 3. So make sure you guys have those 3 diagonal black wools. And then below it, going to the left, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to add a red wool. Then we're going to have 2 black wools to the left. Then 1 diagonal black wool. And then below the red, we're going to do this. Now we're just going to do this little shape, just like that. And then we're going to blow out that block so that it looks like that. That's going to be his eyebrows. And then at the end of the video, we're going to come back and we're going to fill him in with some more detail and color. But for now, just make sure you guys have that. Then over here, we're going to have 1 diagonal black wool going up and to the right. And then we're going to have 5 going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that is really loud. I'm going to get struck by lightning tonight. So fun. Alright, so this is what we're going to have so far for our red Angry Bird. Make sure you guys have this. Pause it if you need to. Alright, so I'm back. The lightning kind of stopped now, so hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. So now let's continue. What we're going to do next is that over here we're going to have 1 diagonal black wool, just like that. And then we're going to add just a temporary block. And above it, we're going to add 2 black wools and then 1 black wool to the left. Then we're going to have 1 diagonal black wool going up and to the right. Then we're going to have 2 black wools going up. Then we're going to have 1 diagonal black wool going up and to the right. Now, every so often, remember, I'm going to be taking a step back, allowing you guys to have an opportunity to hit pause. Just in case you need a little bit of extra building time, feel free to stop the video whenever you need to. So now let's continue. We're going to place a temporary block, then a black, then a temporary block with a black wool on the top and on the right. Then we need to have another diagonal black wool block, just like that. Then over here, we're going to place a temporary block, and then to the right of that temporary block, we're going to go down by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's take that out. Then below it, on the left, we're going to have 2 black wools going to the left, and then 3 black wools going to the left. And then we're going to have 2 diagonal black wools going up and to the left. So here we have our first, and here we have our second. And there we go. Let's take a big step back. Pause it if you need to. Alright, now let's continue. What we're going to do next is that over here, we're going to place 4 temporary blocks going down. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then right to the right of it, we're going to add a black wool. And then a temporary block below it. The black wool below that. And then on the right. Now let's go ahead and clean out those temporary blocks. But it should be 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure you guys have that. Let me move the yellow closer because that's what we're going to be using. So yeah, just make sure you guys have that right here because now we're going to start building our little yellow friend. So for that, we're going to grab our black wool and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, just like that. And then we're going to have 2 black wools going to the right. So make sure you guys have that. Now up here, we're going to place a yellow so that we know what color we're going to paint this guy. Then we're going to have 2 black wools going up. And then another 2 black wools going up. Then we're going to have 4 diagonal black wools. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So make sure you guys have yourself 4 diagonal black wools. Then we're going to place a yellow. And above the yellow, we're going to place 4 black wools going to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to add 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2. So now let's take a big step back. Make sure you guys have this so far. Pause it if you need to. And now let's continue. Over here, we are going to have 4 diagonal black wool blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So make sure you guys have that. Now this part's going to be a little confusing. So what we're going to do, so we're going to add a yellow. Then we're going to have 2 red wools going to the right. Then we're going to grab our black again. And we're going to add 2 diagonal black wools going down and to the left. Like so. So make sure you guys have that. And we're going to go back to our yellow. And we're going to add just another 2 yellow wools just like that. Now let's continue with the outline. Over here, we're going to place just a yellow wool and then 2 black wools going down. Now I know we should only be doing the outline. I'm going to get yelled at in the comments for that, but this part's kind of complicated and I thought adding a little bit of the color of detail would allow it to like just look a little bit easier. So yeah, just make sure you guys have this conundrum of blocks right here. And then right below this, we're going to place 2 black wools going down. And then we're going to add 2 black wools on the bottom going to the left. And then we're going to have 9 down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now let's take a big step back. Pause it if you need to. This is what it should look like up to this point. Okay, so now we're going to continue. We're going to grab our green wool block that I kind of moved in the edit so that it's right here. And now what we're going to do is that right here. Do you guys see this block? We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now, after those 3 random blocks, we're going to go up by 7 above this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then let's go ahead and delete those blocks just like that. To make sure you guys have a row of 7 that's exactly 1, 2, 3 blocks away. Now, after those 7 black wools, we're going to have 1 diagonal black wool. Then we're going to have 2 black wools going up. Then another 2 black wools going up. So let's take a step back. Make sure you guys have this so far. Pause it if you need to. Then we're going to have 2 diagonal black wools going down and to the right, like so. Then we are going to have 3 black wools right here. So here we go. We're going to have just 1, 2, 3. Then a diagonal black wool going up and to the right. And then another diagonal black wool with 2 black wools on the right side. Then we're going to go down, and on the right we're going to have 2 black wools going down. Then we're going to have 2 diagonal black wools going down and to the right. And then we're going to have a black wool to the left here of this temporary block and below the temporary block. Then we can go ahead and break that. So you guys have those 2 rows of 2 diagonal black wools. Then we're going to have 6 black wools going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go ahead and break this. Let's take a step back. Then we're going to have 2 diagonal black wools going down and to the left here. So we're going to have 1 and 2. Then we're going to have 2 black wools to the left, followed up by 6 black wools on the ground floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to have 2 black wools to the left. And finally, 2 diagonal black wools. So let's take a big step back. We are nowhere near done, but we have pretty much completed the outline of our Angry Birds. So now let's go ahead and start giving all of them some details, starting with our buddy Red. So we're going to go over here. We're going to grab our sand, excuse me, and we're going to place a row of 6 sand blocks, just like that, on the bottom. Then we're going to place a sand block here, followed up by 3 orange wools and 2 more sand blocks. Then we're going to grab our orange again, and we're going to make a row of 4 orange wools. Now we're going to grab our white. We're going to place a row of 3 white wools, starting right here. Then we're going to place a white wool in this empty gap. And then in this corner, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And in the left corner, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then what you're going to have to do next is that you're going to have to fill this guy in with red wool. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back in just a second. Awesome, and that's what it should look like after it's filled in with our red wool. And now let's go ahead and move on to our blue little friend over here. So we're going to grab our orange, and we're going to stop 1 block from the top here, and right here we're going to add 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure you guys have 4 orange wools right here. Then directly below it, we are going to place 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to switch to a red wool because we're going to add a red wool to the left of those 4 orange wools. Then we're going to grab our white wool. We're going to have 2 diagonal white wools. And again, 2 diagonal white wools. And 1 white wool on the right. So we have this weird shape. But it's going to make sense when we add these 2 black wools. And that's going to be his cute little face. Then the next step is going to be to fill it in with light blue. I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll be back. Alright, awesome. That's what it should look like when we're done. Now let's move on to our yellow friend. We are going to grab our sand block, and we're going to place 9 sand blocks right here. So we don't really have to count. We can just go ahead and add a row of sand. And then we're going to add 8 blocks of our sand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome. Then what we're going to do next is that we're going to grab our orange. And then starting right here, we're going to place 5 orange blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orange blocks. Then directly below it, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 orange wools. Then we're going to grab our white wool, and we're going to add a white wool right here. We're gonna move to the left of this 5 orange wools, and we're gonna add 2 white wools. Then we're gonna add a black and another 2 white wools. Then we're gonna switch to a red. We're gonna add 2 red wools, 1 above the black and 1 above the white. And then we're gonna add another 2 red wools, like so. Then we have to fill it in with yellow wool, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. And there we go, we're done with our yellow wool, and now it's time for our friend the pig, or I guess it's not our friend yet. It is our little enemy. So for that, we're gonna grab our lime wool because we're gonna do the middle detail section. So let's grab this lime wool, and right here we're gonna add 3 lime wools. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're gonna grab our green wool, and we're gonna add 1 green wool on the top. Then on the left, we're gonna have 3 green wools going up. So 1, 2, 3. Then we have to grab our white wool, and we're gonna make this shape. It's just gonna be like basically like so. And then we're gonna place a black wool right in the middle, and that's gonna be his eye. So now let's grab our green wool again, and we're gonna place 1 diagonal green wool going up and to the right. Then we need to have 4 green wools going to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But before we continue, we need to add a little bit of detail in this section. So we're going to grab our lime wool, and right here we're going to go 1, 2, 3 with 2 diagonal black wools. Then we're going to have 1 diagonal green wool, just like so. Then we're going to have 3 green wools going down. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3. And then 1 diagonal green wool going to the left. But before we continue, I forgot to do the eye, so we got to do the other eye. So we're going to do the same shape we did over there. Just like that. So you're going to have 3 white wools with 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. And in the middle, you're going to place a black wool. Now let's go ahead and grab this green wool, because we need to add a row of 4 right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're not done. We now have to do the nose. So for the nose, we're going to place a lime wool here and here. And then above each of those lime wools, we're going to have 2 green wools going up and 2 green wools going up. Now we need to add a little bit of detail for his ears. So for that, we're just going to add a lime wool in this little gap with a green wool below it. Let me just step back so you can see exactly where we're going to do it. We're going to add a green wool right there. And then the same thing on the other side. We're going to add a green wool. A lime. And then a green wool below it. And then we just going to go ahead and fill him in. I don't know why I couldn't talk there, but we're just going to go ahead and fill him in with some lime wool, and I'll be back in just a piggy second. Alright, and there we go. That's how you build the Angry Birds. Now, I know there's still a couple more birds that we haven't done, but I do think I'm going to get to them in our next upcoming videos. But for now, hopefully you guys enjoyed building this one, and if you did, please make sure to hit that like button. It really does help us out. Tell your friends about it, subscribe if you haven't, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.